Hello and welcome to another episode of Toonkind at 12 FPS. I am Hexabeast, normally known just as Hex, and I'm joined today, uh, excuse me, by.
Oh, hello, I'm Vamp, and I'll be playing Mersel, who is the only person I've ever played. He who Magic Man Cooper.
Yes, yes, good. We love this magic man. We love him so, so much. And we are actually going to start this FPS in the library. And we'll introduce who this is going to include in a minute. I promise. It'll be fine. Um but right now it's just Mersel. Yeah. Right now it's just Mersel who's chilling in the library. Uh what library? It doesn't matter. It's a library. And it's approaching like winter has kind of hit Inkwell. Like I mean, it's there's snow outside. There is snow, much snow. um, and so winter's in full swing in Inkwell right now. And what's Mersel doing in the library, Vamp?
What else do you do in a library? Like he is reading. He is like just consuming like library books. I imagine this is like one of his days off.
Mm-hmm.
And usually he doesn't like go to the library unless like it's explicitly like he knows like he's going to be free the entire day because it's a chore to tear himself out of it. It's a chore to like actually leave.
Yeah,
He like he just loses himself in the books and like just like reads. If you all have ever like gone to a library or a bookstore and then never want to leave, that's the kind of mood like he's in right now.
that is absolutely valid. And with all of the snow outside, I mean, that's a pretty big mood right now.
It's
Um,
not like it's not like he really like has anything against the cold though. He wears like how many layers?
he's in an eternal turtleneck. Okay, like, but it's fine. Everything's fine. He's reading a book and it's great. And let me see here. Make me, Marcel.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Make a perception roll.
All right.
Oh,
Starting off.
15. Wow.
Doesn't need it.
Yeah, that okay. So Marcel,
Mm-hmm.
you you're reading and it's pretty quiet in the library. Like, as far as, you were aware, it's just you in here. And then you hear a very loud and an oomph as uh something had, wumped to the ground in one of the many rows of books. What do you do?
Is someone there? And he kind of like stands up and like goes over to investigate.
Okay.
Oh, although a bit reluctantly, because he wants to finish his books, but also he's curious now.
He's curious. That was a very big thump. Um, so you go to one of the aisles, and you see what clearly was someone climbing, like the evidence of someone who had clearly been climbing a shelf to get something. And then on the floor, you see another tune.
Oh,
All right, I guess that's my cue.
hi, nice to have you here with us.
It is very nice. Uh, on the floor in front of you is a little rubber hose tune wearing a very purple outfit. And she looks like she just kind of had a little bit of a tumble and like she's shaking her head and just sighing as she dusts herself off before like realizing that Marcel is there, and she just goes, "Oh, uh, hello."
Aww.
Uh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. And Tally's just like nervously backing up like instantly because Tally is a nervous bean at all times.
Uh, were you were you trying to get a book or something?
Uh, kind of. And like, if you look up like at the shelf where she had been climbing, you kind of notice that there's a large section that has been that's missing books now, and you can see that they're all on the floor. And
Oh,
it, and Tally was very much intending to like try and move all the books out of the way so she could chill on the shelf.
Tally!
She is a little creature. She can do this.
I guess like Mersel would not like think that hey that's the reason like Tally like was moving all the books out. Mersel would definitely think that hey the reason is because she wants to read. And he was like, picking up the books from the floor and like Obby, what kind of books did Tally move out of the way?
Well, I guess it kind of depends on what section they're in. Honestly, it's probably gonna be like fantasy section, like books with like fictional stories and whatnot.
Alright, good. Alright, so he's going to pick them up and he's not going to see anything strange because, you know, like, of course, like, a kid, like, of course, a kid will want to read, like, fantasy stories. It would be, like, a whole other, like, dilemma if she was, like, I don't know, reading mathematics. But,
Quantum physics for an 8-year-old.
Rocket science for 12-year-olds. Goodness golly.
The Child's Guide to Particle Physics.
don't make us laugh. We'll set each other off forever, trust me.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh man.
But yeah, he's going to, like, pick up all the books and offer them to her.
Oh, like Tally's like, she doesn't know how to interact at all. She's not good at this, and she awkwardly like holds out her hands for the book.
He gives the pile over.
Should I make a strength check?
Yes,
Please do,
Tally,
please
please
do.
make a strength check. Oh, Tally, that's not enough.
like you hand Tally the books and her limbs instantly go noodle. And she just flops onto the ground face first, right into the books.
Oh, stars, are you alright?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. And like Tally awkwardly is like picking herself back up.
I'm just imagining that like one of the books is like one of those animated books, like the ones that like you see in fantasy and cartoons where they're actually kind of alive, and it just goes pop pop. Better luck next time.
Oh my gosh! Like instantly, like Tally gives the book a look. She's like a really grumpy kid look.
The book sticks its tongue out and blows a raspberry at her.
Yeah, this one is a bookmark.
She just baps it like a frustrated kitten. With her little mitten hands.
Alright, maybe not this one then. And he picks up like the protesting book. Oh come on, I'm only having fun, and like put it back on the shelf.
Oh.
Fantastic. Okay, so you have a stack of books. Tally, you've been found out. What are you gonna do now that you've been found out?
I mean, Tally is a nervous being, and she is also a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the very first instinct she has is to hide.
Uh-huh.
But like, there's not a lot of places to hide, honestly. There's lots of shelves. There's lots of places.
I mean, you can roll stealth, but it would be at disadvantage.
Oh, absolutely. I think like she's just gonna grab a book that looks somewhat interesting and just try to hide somewhere.
Is she going to try and like squeeze in the shelf behind the book?
Perhaps.
19, but disadvantage though.
Yep.
It's
9.
not
9.
yet.
Like she tries to do that, but like the book gets stuck while she's trying to squeeze to where the book had been.
Oh god, is she stuck in there now?
Perhaps. Like,
We're Celsius.
And he watched all of this happen, by the way. This was right in front of him.
it was not sneaky at all.
Are you okay?
Tally just kind of awkwardly pauses where she's sitting, and she's just like, "Yeah, I'm okay."
Tally is somewhat reminding him of someone he knows. Like Bob wasn't this like flighty and anxious when he first met him, but like still pretty similar. So he's going to crouch down. He's going to crouch down to make himself look smaller. It's not it doesn't work very well because he's 6'8", and even if he crouches down, like he's still like a hell of a lot taller than Tally is.
Oh
But
yeah, Tally is baby. Tally is little.
at least it's not looming over her anymore.
She's just a little creature. She cannot change this.
She cannot change this. And like him like crouching down has helped like her relax just a little bit. But she's still like kind of like giving like the 1,000-year stare at Mersel because like she's not sure what to say. She's not sure what to do.
This is just an awkward silence all around for a few seconds. And then like I think he'd spot the book that she pushed out for her, like to the book that she pushed out to like wedge herself into the gap for. Like that book. I think he's
Oh yeah, she's like still on the shelf throughout this whole thing. Just kind of squeezed in between the books.
Oh, Tally.
But he's going to pick up the book that like that she pushed out onto the floor, and he's going to go, oh, we ha- would you like me to read you this one?
What? Huh? And like Tally looks like startled slightly by this question, and she's just so confused.
Unless you want to read it on your own, that's fine. That's fine as well.
I think at this point Tally's just gonna kind of sheepishly try to crawl out of the bookshelf.
roll. What would that be? What role would that be?
I mean, it can be Dex, but she can also just climb out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have her just climb out. Otherwise, we might end up being here forever.
Having the Dex, to be fair.
She does, but at the same time, she just kind of like pops out from beside the books that she was wedged between, and just sheepishly climbs down onto the floor, and she's like, sure, I guess.
Tally,
and
do
she's
you know
just kind
how
of
to
like,
read?
I was wondering about that.
That's a good question.
Can't believe this.
I mean, considering her lifestyle.
That's why do you know how to read, Tally? Have you ever had an interest in books? Because now this very nice toon is offering to read you a book.
I think like because like Tally has like the permanent shadow that's kind of over her eyes and her cheeks, and like you can basically see she's making the equivalent of the eyes emoji. Like she's very interested. She wants to hear a story. That sounds like fun.
All right then. I think we should probably find a seat somewhere. And he motions towards like this is a library. They probably have beanbag chairs somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Somewhere, probably.
They've got like a whole kids section that's just filled with like comfy beanbag chairs and like extra wide benches so that like, multiple kids can crowd around a book. Like,
Aww.
this library knows what's up.
This
We
library.
love to see it. We love it.
Yes. Yes, we do.
But
I think wherever Mersel like leads the way, Tally just kind of sheepishly shadows behind him.
Aww, sweet
behind him, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's going to sit on like the beanbag chair, but still give like enough space for so that Tally like can sit. It's like a bit awkward because again he's 6'8". These beanbags were clearly designed for like one person and maybe like multiple children.
I think Tally kind of like hesitates for a little bit before she like climbs up onto the beanbag next to him. And like she's like sitting just like a little bit away because she doesn't trust him enough yet to like sit up right up next against him.
Aww.
All right, that's fair. He's not going to be offended.
Aww.
Tally is sus.
Absolutely valid.
Put Mersel out. Throw him out of the airlock.
Don't. He's a good bean.
He's a good bean.
And you know what, Mersel? You've read for kids before. Make a performance check, but with advantage.
Yes.
Sure, performance. Wow, I did not realize his performance was that high. I never used it.
That's a 21.
Oh wow. That's a 21.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. So Mersel is reading this book to Tally and actually after a minute starts getting into it and making voices and like
Oh.
Can I make an argument that he has minor illusion as one of his spells? Can I make an argument that like he probably like does make illusions to go with the story?
Yes, absolutely he can.
Oh my gosh. Tally is fascinated.
He used to be a babysitter. He is still basically a babysitter because he's still taking care of Vivi, and like on occasion he does like help with Rad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, if you thought Tally was doing the eyes emoji before, it's nothing compared to now.
he babysits both Rad and Vivi. God. Tally's doing like her eyes emoji is now like the blurred one. Just
Yes, exactly. We've gone from standard eye emoji to fast eye emoji.
Eye emoji, but faster, because Mersel is very good at appealing to children.
Yes.
Say that like the longer like the story goes on and like the illusions start and like the more and more engrossed both of them are into the story, the closer and closer Tally gravitates.
Oh.
It takes a bit. It takes a bit because you have to understand Tally is suspicious of everyone.
Very valid of her.
Yes.
But like by the time like they're like a few chapters in, Tally is absolutely like right up against Mercel's side and is like trying to follow along. Like you get the sense that she does know how to, but it's very not good. So like she's following along when she can and yeah.
Aww. Oh, Tally. Oh no. That's so good.
It is. Oh god.
Does Mersel end up reading most of this book to Tally?
I think so. Like considering they were in the children's section, like I don't think like a fairy tale book would be that long either.
Yeah. Okay. So it probably, it's probably like a couple of hours, but there's still plenty of daylight left. So, that's fair. Like if this had started around noon, it's probably only like 2, 3, something like that. So it's not bad. And so it's still, excuse me. So it's still pretty light out, and as you've read, more and more people, have started to kind of trickle into the library. More kids are showing up now, especially because school is letting out.
Yeah.
And
I think like the moment like Talia notices that there's more people, she kind of like sheepishly hides behind Mersel just a little bit.
He does that thing. He does that thing like he's done this for like 2 different people now. He does that thing where he kind of lifts up his coat so that if she wanted to hide under it, she can.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I just like imagine he does it like out of instinct and Talia just lets out a squeak because she wasn't expecting it. But like the moment she realizes what he's doing, she's like, "Oh, okay." and she just hides underneath his coat.
Oh god, he's probably like completely invisible. Like she's so small.
She's so
She's
small.
so little. She's
Oh god.
she's baby sized.
Oh my god. This just hits all of her like this hits her I need to be hidden, like need to be in a small shadowy space, and also like that kid instinct of he hoo, I'm in a small space.
Yeah, exactly. She has done the hide and seek.
She is now hidden. Mersel, what are you gonna do with this child now hiding in your coat?
He's going to put like the book that they've been reading, like there's probably a table next to the beanbag. Like he kind of feels bad for not returning it, but there are like so many kids around. He's pretty sure one of them's going to pick it up sooner or later.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
Do you want to leave?
I don't know. Thank you for reading. That was very nice. And like that's just Tally peeping up from underneath.
Oh, you just see a pair of little eyes peeking out of
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Tally is one with the shadows in Marcel's coat.
Oh no!
You're welcome. You are a wonderful audience.
Aww. Aww. Tally just has the biggest little grin.
Yes.
So, do you like the library? Like, she's attempting to start a conversation.
Bless you, Tally.
Oh, Tally. Yeah, I love it a lot. Well, there are so many books here, and well, I've read most of them by now, but it never gets boring coming back.
I think I like reading. I'm just not very good at it. And like Tally just kind of like glances toward around the rest of the library, just like looking at all the books.
That's
There's so many books.
well, that's understandable. But he kind of like hums and haws for a little. Are you here often in the library?
More recently, yeah. It's a good hiding spot.
I am just going. Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, that's a nat 20.
Oh, nat 20. Well, you can probably infer with context clues and like the way Tally is dressed, because like she definitely doesn't look like she's dressed for warm weather. She's just in like these witch robes and a little hat that look very muted in color. Like she's been wearing them for a long time. And like the fact that she thinks of the library as a good hiding spot just is not comforting. It's not comforting.
No, it's not. Like the gears are like turning in Marcel's head, and like when he comes to the conclusion, he's like, "Oh no!" Like mentally, he's it's like, oh, stars, no.
Oh no, I've befriended a little homeless child.
This is
Oh.
They're my
the
homeless
last
child.
homeless, the last homeless, like, quote unquote child he befriended, like, now lives with him. So he's like,
There's just an inward panic of, oh no, am I about to adopt another child?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, the library is a really good hiding spot. It's warm and it's open all the time. He's still vainly hoping he's wrong. He's still vainly, like,
Yeah. And like Callie just kind of nods in agreement, and she's kind of like, one of her hands is like absently grabbing at Marcel's like coat and is just kind of snuggling because it's very warm and soft.
Oh my
well,
heart.
if
You're
you're,
really nice.
oh, thank, thank you. I try. But if you're in the library often, and I'm in the library often, I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind reading to you again or helping you to read better.
Callie instantly like looks. Gets little stars in her little pie cut eyes, and she just nods excitedly, like, yeah. Let's do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to hear more stories.
Hex, I'm like dying of cute.
Me too. Oh no. Oh no.
Do you want to wait until the library is emptier though? There are a lot of people here right now.
Yeah. And like Callie just kind of like looks nervously around at the other kids again and kind of snuggles deeper into Marcel's coat.
Aw.
It has been like only a few hours, and Tally has decided that Marcel is a safe place.
Oh my
Good.
god. This is just the I've only known so and so for like a few hours, but if anything happened to them, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Yup. Yup.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Well, if you want to wait until the library is empty, I know a park nearby that's usually pretty empty.
Ooh. And like, Tally, it's kind of like a mixed reaction because the last time she went to a park looks at puppets and pies. There were lots of shenanigans involved.
Surely it would happen this time. Surely nothing's going to happen this time.
Oh,
Surely
yeah.
Surely.
Look, Marcel is with Tally. Marcel is a certified adult. It'll be fine.
I think like she considers it for a little bit before she nods.
all right
Yeah.
then. And he kind of like slowly stands up to like give Tally warning that hey, since you're hiding under my coat, like probably need to stand up as well.
I think like he stands up and he quickly finds out that Tally has kind of attached herself to his leg.
Oh.
Like she's doing the full on rubber hose hug on his leg. Where like her arms are like winding around it several times.
Oh, his heart just melts. Oh, his heart just melts. Oh my god.
Oh. Marcel internally, oh no.
Mersel internally, am I becoming the engineer?
Oh no.
Oh man.
Okay. So
Real talk, though, he probably like wouldn't be worrying about it that much because you know, like it's just friends. They're just friends.
it's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
As uh so you two make it or head out of the library and towards the nearby park. It's right there. It's pretty like it's like this whole little community area. Uh there are, because again school is out, there are a lot of kids outside, like not in like they're all kind of playing, but they're not really paying you guys any mind. Where are you heading in this park, Marcel?
I've only been in a few parks, like, so I might be wrong, but usually there's always that one area like under the tree or something where there isn't that many people.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
open area. There's lots of trees that you can just kind of sit and not be around like all the kids that are running around the actual like playgrounds proper and stuff, like all of the climbing stuff and the slides.
Yeah.
All right.
I would like to make note that, like, as like they've been walking, Tally has let go of Marcel's leg now that they're out of the library and is just kind of sticking close to him while still staying hidden under the trench coat.
Aw. All right. Well, around this park, there are, like I said, there's kids that are playing on the equipment. A couple of them are having a snowball fight. A few of them are building snowmen, making snow angels, things like that, because there's snow everywhere, and they're children, and every child goes feral when there's snow.
Honestly, same. Like, I first saw snow in Japan when I was like, what, 17, and I still went there.
Oh man.
And so that's currently what's going on.
I
Marcel,
think that's actually
yeah,
that
go
brings me to a point. Vamp, do you want to roll insight for Marcel?
ahead.
Another nat 20.
Another nat 20, Jesus.
All right, well,
Right, Marcel? Do you have something to say?
Yeah, they want Marcel to have good things.
This happened last game as well. Why? What the hell?
I think like even though like Tally is just kind of like sticking close to Marcel and like, well, she's hidden underneath his coat, but like she's every once in a while kind of peeking out and looking at like the other kids playing and making snowmen and stuff like that, and she's just, rather than like excited about snow, she looks more confused than anything. Like she sees like all these kids are doing something, but she doesn't know what for what purpose or why. And like she just doesn't get it.
Is something wrong? You're looking a little confused.
Oh, well, everything's fine. I just, what are they doing?
Oh, surprisingly enough, he manages to keep his composure. Because again, he has had experience with this with Sandy, who didn't even know what a family was before she came to live with him. So he is unfortunately like used to this. It's a weird thing to be used to, but he is used to it. They're playing with the snow.
Why would you do that? It's cold. And like Tally's she's making a little face.
Well, yes, it's cold, but if you're wearing the correct outfit, if you're all muddle numb and warm, it shouldn't bother you that much, and you can play with it. After all, snow only comes once a year.
I think like Tally takes this into deep consideration. She does like a big child think. Or like she gets really quiet and then she's just staring, honestly. She's doing the like 1,000-year stare once again.
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Well, Marcel, make a dex save.
Wait, what?
Can I argue for disadvantage just because of how tall and
Yeah,
a physical part that he is?
yeah, sure.
That's 19. Thank God for the disadvantage.
Yeah. That's 20. Okay, hey Tally, make a dex save.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. I'm also gonna do it at disadvantage because Tally is underneath Marcel's coat. Oh, okay. Well,
That's a 20. And that's a
Tally!
22. Hey, all right!
Hey, apparently.
So, Mersel, you hear kids shouting, and then you hear an equal parts alarmed and also like maniacal for children shout, and then you see the snowball fly at you. So you expertly step away, which left Tally in the line of sight of said snowball. But Tally, being the nervous toon she is, also saw said snowball and was able to jump out of the way for different reasons.
Tally, like, instantly when she saw the snowball went into mode and melted, basically. And just puddled onto the ground to avoid getting hit, and then immediately, like, pops back up. And then she starts running.
She starts what?
Run.
Oh no, Tally!
Flee!
Oh wait, hold on.
Mersel, you gonna grab her?
Well, yeah. Like, hold on, what's wrong?
Why are they throwing things at us? She's confused. She doesn't understand.
Actually, he's going to like kind of crouch down and make a snowball with his hands and then kind of like smush it against Tally's arm or something. It's a snowball.
Tally is watching this and she's so confused, but like she slowly bends down and like attempts to make a snowball, but it's more like a snow egg.
Yes. A snow egg flies just as well.
And then like she just mimics the same thing Mersel did and just taps the snowball against his trench coat and smushes it.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It's not going to hurt you. It's just a snowball. And one of the games, like, I say children, but honestly, I've seen grown people do this as well. One of the games students like us and just people in general like to do is throw snowballs at each other.
Why? Like Tally's just more confused at the why than anything else.
Well,
like,
because
what is the purpose of this?
Because it's fun to have a mock battle with harder with snowballs, and
what?
I'm gonna let this finish before I'm gonna let this finish before I say anything.
All right.
Okay.
So, and it's a good way to show off sometimes. And he's going to like, I'm going to roll dexterity, which I keep forgetting because of his primitive bracelet. He has a +1 to his dexterity. He rolls now.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's see if this works. 17. All right. He's going to like toss like the snowball that like he's going to toss the kind of smush snowball like in his hand up and down, and then he's going to like lob it expertly at the nearby tree.
Okay, so I mean, you hit the tree, the snowball explodes, and then a snowball knocks your hat off, Mersel. There are 4 kids all kind of staring at the 3 of you. One of them has clearly just thrown a snowball, and the other 3 are all like whooping because their buddy just knocked your hat off.
He's going to calmly take his hat, like he's going to calmly take his hat and like look and like none of the hat pin, like the hat pin's fine. The hat pin seems to be fine. So he's going to breathe a sigh of relief, like, ha. Like, it would have been a completely different story if they had like taken the hat or something.
Like as he's like grabbing his hat and stuff, Tally's like just awkwardly like attempting to make another snowball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tally.
And then like she's noticing like the other kids, and then she's looking at Mersel like, do we do something? What's the plan? What do we do?
We have 2 options here. Either we both run away so that we don't get pelted by snowballs.
These kids look like they'll chase you if you do that, by the way.
Or we declare this is war and we fight back.
Honestly, Tally's instinct is to do the running away. It's like you can already kind of see her trying to scoot away from these kids.
Oh, Tally. Mersel, another snowball whizzes by your head and barely misses both you and Tally.
Oh,
A second child has thrown the snowball.
How many children are there?
There's 4.
Oh my god. Who, like, Mersel just like internally he's just pointing at his children and like, who are these sassy lost children?
Who are these sassy lost? Honestly, at this point, some of them and aimed at Tally at this point, right? Right?
Yes.
Honestly, like, I think the only way to get Tally like involved is if like she figures if it clicks.
What clicks?
It just the child instinct.
Mersel, make a snowball. They're making more snowballs, by the way.
Alright, fine. What do I roll? Dexterity to hit?
Roll a d20 plus your dex.
Does the primitive bracelet like come into play? Like it grants me +1 on dexterity rolls.
Yes.
Alright, so that's a +4.
So you lob the snowball and it beans one of these kids square in the face, and the kid just like hoots and makes another snowball, and immediately like it goes wide, but he clearly was throwing it at you in retaliation, and all of his buddies start cheering because
I like to imagine like for Tally's sake, like he did kind of show off. Like he didn't just throw it, like he did that thing where like he had the snowball and he kind of let it roll from one of his hands to like his other hands on his shoulder. Does that make sense?
Yes. And all of the kids are like doing equal like whoa shouts as he does this and then throws it. And as he beans the one kid, all his buddies are hooting and hollering and just yeah, because that was cool.
I think like seeing this, Tally like looks at the snowball that's just been kind of melting in her mittened hands, and she's going to try.
Do it. Roll.
Like, what should I roll? Just a straight dex?
Yep. Dex, or yeah, d20
right.
plus dex.
Boop.
That's an 11. So
I think like
it gets pretty close, but it falls short. And one of the kids,
it's her first try. It's okay.
It is. And one of the kids kind of laughs and actually is gonna throw one right back at you. And that's
that hit.
And so Tally then gets beamed by a snowball.
I just imagine like it hits her hat.
And it knocks her hat
like,
off too.
Yeah. And then like she's like looking down at her hat, and then looking back at the other kids, and then looking down at her hat again, and then she like picks up her hat and puts it on, and you can see on her face it's clicked. It's clicked because she's now making more snowballs.
Yes, good. Oh, wonderful. Oh, fantastic.
I think, and she like looks up at Mersel. I think we have to declare war.
So they have chosen death.
So they have chosen death.
Honestly, Sal's just glad like Tally seems to be like Sally, like, because now Tally isn't like looking like a deer in the headlines wants to run away. She looks very much she wants to go over there and like bury them in snowballs.
Exactly. In fact, She's already started running and started throwing snowballs.
Oh, good. These kids all give like an equal, like, because they hear Tally say declare war, and these kids equally are just like, yeah, war! And then they start throwing snowballs.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I'm trying
Can I actually roll stealth?
Yes,
Because
do
the
it. Roll
first thing
stealth.
Tally's gonna do is try to find cover.
Do it. Yes, good.
That is the rogue instinct. So
It's
stealth
a good
is...
instinct.
Oh, it's not well.
Well, let me roll their perceptions, cause oh, well. All right. Tally, you hide from them. You manage to hide.
Tally like scoops up like an armful of snowballs and immediately takes to the trees.
And a lot of these kids are just like, where did she go? Where'd she go?
She basically like scooped a bajillion snowballs, well not a bajillion, but a lot of snowballs into her hat, and then she climbed the nearest tree, and now she is perched up on a high spot, and now she's ready to rain death from above.
Alright. They cannot find Tally, so they turn their attention to you, Mersel.
Mersel's just like, oh no.
Oh, that's an 8. That doesn't hit, but that's okay, because now you have a onslaught of snowballs going at you. I mean, these kids are, like 8, 9, 7. They don't have good throw. But they're doing their best.
Again, because Tally's here, can I make a roll to show off?
Yes.
Let's see. No, it doesn't work. Oh man.
He throws it and it goes 1 foot.
He tries to throw it.
No, it wasn't to throw. It wasn't to throw.
Oh.
It wasn't to throw. He was going to do something else, but he hesitated, I guess, and like it didn't work.
Aww.
Aww. The nerve.
We'll have another chance.
The stage fright.
Tally.
I mean, have you ever been stared down by 4 kids? Like,
yeah, it's terrifying.
Alright, well, Tally is going to attempt to rain death from above.
Oh my god. Yeah. You rain death from above at these kids. And you pelt the first one, and he's just like, he falls over, like, what happened? And then 3 more just kind of like splat on his face like a freaking like ice cream scoops.
Tally's cackling from above.
Yes!
Like, this is the first time anyone has heard her laugh like this, and she's just absolutely cackling with delight and throwing more snowballs. Like, she's totally given away her position, but...
Oh, this is wonderful. The kids don't care. The other 3, I can swear to God I get their fucking pluses right. So the other 3 start retaliating into the trees. And actually, because you're in the trees, you have cover. So...
I do have cover.
So they don't hit you, but snowballs are flying in the trees.
Tally, like, instantly cackles, and then, like, she immediately, like, attempts to jump to a different tree.
Oh, good.
oh my god.
That's gonna, I'm sorry to say, that's gonna be a dex check to get to a different tree.
Oh. Can it be acrobatics?
Yes,
Oh
it
my
can be
god.
acrobatics, yes.
You have that weird rogue proficiency.
Good, I get to show off her modifier.
Oh my god, Tally! Holy shit! Holy shit, Tally!
Tally is a rogue.
Tally is a rogue. Oh my god.
She has accessed her inner squirrel. You just see a blur of like pink and gray shoot from different trees as she like positions herself.
Oh, fantastic.
The purple, I meant. Purple and gray.
Fantastic. She is expertly avoiding all of these kids who are equal parts like mystified and also trying now it's a goal to hit Tally. Like some of like more kids are starting to join in because now it's become like now it's become a game, and some of them are still like aiming to hit Mersel because he's the easy target. But like now it's, can we hit this small child who is doing whatever this is? Oh my god. Mersel, what do you do? I'm gonna say we go one more round before this winds. Before I.
It's almost an hour anyway.
Yeah, that's.
Well, yeah, he's going to throw a snowball like at the children, but like he's a warlock and like he can use spells, but come on, like bring spells to a snowball fight.
That's rude.
Yeah. He's not gonna do that. He's just going to like straight up like just throw some regular snowballs. 19.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. Wow. So you start beaning kids with snowballs, and they are all equally just like, between you and Tally, it's just kind of Snowmageddon raining on all of these other kids. Even as more join in, the two of you combined are still like winning in terms of like getting hit versus like hitting.
Imagine how like juggling the snowballs at this point.
Oh my god, yes. You catch one and you throw it back.
Yeah, that's what he was going to do earlier. Like, why have him roll the attacks, but he rolled too low.
Oh my god. Well, that's what you do a couple times.
When Tally sees that, she's going bananas up in the tree. She's like, Mersel is cool!
Yes!
Now.
These kids keep trying for the better part of a while. Like, I don't know how long snowball fights last anymore.
It probably takes like a good 20 to 30 minutes to hit Tally.
Yeah.
Hold on for a second. Oh,
okay.
I'm loving this. Tally finally accesses her inner child, the game.
The game. We needed it. It needed to happen. All it took was war.
War. War never changes.
It's just that Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs bit. That's all it is.
Honestly.
Is there like a point system? Or is
Who
it
knows?
to the death?
hi.
Hello.
Hooray! So, for like a good 30 minutes, y'all are having this snowball fight, and finally, Tally gets beamed with a snowball, and I'm not even gonna make you roll just because I want this to be cute. She gets beamed with a snowball, knocked like, she's probably mid-jump, knocked out of the air,
Yeah.
and Mersel expertly catches her before she hits the ground.
Yes!
And there is an uproarious cheer from all these kids because finally they hit Tally. And everyone is like cackling and laughing, and that seems to have been the end of the snowball fight because everyone got their goal. Tally got hit. Like,
Tally got hit.
It was only once, but Tally got hit, and all these kids are just like,
gosh.
yeah, that was awesome. And and then Tally.
Mersel to make a perception check real quick.
All right, sure. I don't think he'll do well. Okay, never mind.
Never mind. He does
roll.
great.
Stop setting yourself up for failure. Lalu is ready and willing to.
I don't know why. I don't know how he usually gets really bad rolls.
Well, you've hung out with Tally for like the better part of a couple hours, and that entire time she's had like a shadow that's covered her face. But like now that she's like in her arms and she's just laughing up a storm, and the shadow is gone, and like she's just giggling.
Oh, yes. And Tally, all these kids are starting to like, they're not swarming all over you, but they are definitely all like huddling around you and Mersel. And they're all basically just going, "Oh my gosh, that was so cool! How do you do that? How do you can jump from tree? You're like a squirrel. That's so awesome!"
Oh my gosh!
These
I think
kids
like
are fawning over you, Tally.
well, Tally's like gotten nervous again, but like she's still grinning widely, and she's like, well, I do a lot of running and jumping a lot, and
And the kids are all just, "That's so cool though! Oh my gosh! You just climbed that tree like it was nothing and you're throwing snowballs and I couldn't hit you! You were so fast! I never miss! And I missed!"
At an uplift, very like, please don't try this yourselves.
Yeah.
Like,
Kids don't try this at home, and everyone's just like, "But she's a kid!"
she's a very special kid.
Aww. Does he say
Tally
that?
hears that. Tally hears that and immediately like looks up at Mersel with little stars in her eyes. Nobody had ever said that about her before, and now she's just like,
Tally will now die for Mersel.
yes.
Oh my god. do not die for him? No, live for him.
Yeah. Please don't die, only live.
George just commented with Mersel has once again been adopted.
Yep.
You fools, you thought this was a Mersel adopting Tally game, it was the other way around. So
It's been played.
Mersel has been declared Big Brother.
Again.
I think just to like, cause like, you know, there are a lot of kids and Tally might start getting nervous again. And also because, you know, like some of the kids are probably eyeing the trees like I can totally like do that as well.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. To distract, he is going to roll hammer space, and anyone who has played a game with Mersel knows that he is basically like infinite sweets and like desserts. And this time he takes some mugs of hot chocolate with marshmallows.
Oh my gosh, and all of these kids are just immediately like, Tally was cool, Mersel is now the best! Kids are clamoring for a mug of hot chocolate. Because Tally, hey, by the way, Tally, it's cold outside.
Yeah, it is. She hasn't really noticed thus far because of the adrenaline, but now that things have calmed down, she's starting to like get a little shivery. And like as the kids are swarming herself, she's kind of climbing him like a squirrel and just perching herself up on his shoulders.
He somehow has enough like hot chocolate for everyone, which isn't that surprising when you think about it.
It's
like
not.
No matter how many kids there are, like it's not going to hold a candle to an entire studio's worth of employees.
Exactly.
And
especially when one of them is Jack.
You're
that
right.
and Shorts Kid.
I was gonna say between Shorts Kid and Jack and Vivi and
and Prim. Don't
and
forget
Prim. Between those four, like they keep Mersel busy.
Tally gets hot chocolate too, by the way.
Yes.
Oh.
And hers has like whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
A couple of the kids kind of complain, but others just kind of like shush them because these kids have all basically just inferred that they're siblings. Like,
Aww.
It's that kid instinct. Like,
he still feels kind of bad though, but he tells him that he used to have more whipped cream, but someone recently like you know that thing where they spray the whipped cream into your mouth.
Oh yeah.
Someone at the studios probably did that, and now he only has enough for like 1 cup.
Oh my god.
Like Tally's this whole time has been holding her hot chocolate like uncertainly because like she doesn't know what to do. Once again, like she hesitates and then slowly like takes a sip.
Yes.
And like she lowers the cup and she's got like big shining star eyes once again and
Yes.
and she definitely has a whipped cream mustache.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh no. As all of you kind of sit in this like huddle enjoying hot chocolate, eventually other calls from the park start coming up and kids start like, trickling back to their families because it's been like an hour and these kids have vanished. And
Actually, like before you leave, Marcel's probably going to mention that, hey, next time a stranger offers you food, please don't
please
accept
don't
it.
accept it.
Mersel realizing that he was accidentally a bad influence.
Mersel completely ignoring stranger danger is a thing.
Anyway, but also like, please don't next time.
Just like next time, don't do that. Just. Oh my
Aww.
He's a terrible influence. I love him, but he's a terrible
He's
influence.
such a bad influence, but it's so good. He doesn't mean
Terrible.
to be.
It's the chaos. It's the chaos part of the brain.
Yeah. And now that like everything has, oh, excuse me. Once now that everything has kind of calmed down and stuff, Tally, it's kind of cold.
Yeah. She's like you can kind of like hear her teeth chattering in a little toonish kind of way.
I'm just gonna casually. Yep. He's gonna like, again, this is instinct. He's done this a few times, like over the games he's been in.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to like shrug off his coat and like kind of like drape it over Tally.
Yes.
Aww.
And it's a really, really big coat because he's a really tall tune. It's a really big, really warm coat, and it has a hood.
Aww.
Oh,
Tally like is engulfed in coat.
Yes.
It's so big. It's so big. It might as well be a quilt.
Yes.
And like she kind of like lets out a surprised squeak, but like she doesn't complain because it's warm.
It is warm, and it's been worn this whole time, so it's extra warm.
So warm.
Oh.
Like
Just instantly snuggled.
Yeah, fine. Like, even without the coat, like he's fine. He still has his turtleneck, and he has like
Turtleneck and his strange pant shoes.
Do not judge me for those. Do not. If you call me out for his pant shoes, I'll call you out for like thinking for like the first few months I was in the server for being so sure that Marcel's coat was a cloak.
Nah, it was actually a cape that I thought it was. So anyway. Oh, I think like once everything is calmed down, Tally is just like still kind of like perched on top of Mercer's now wearing a coat. And like she's like taking a look around the park and she like notices some of the snowmen that the other kids made. And she just kind of like points to one of them with her mitten hands and she's like, "Can we try that? Can we try that?"
Of course.
Yes.
We could. And he kind of because Tally is still like on top of him, and I imagine like wearing his coat like kind of obscures his vision as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's kind of like going to like,
even though his eyes are always closed.
Yeah. Don't drag him. Don't judge him.
Stop dragging the sign, okay? Stop dragging the sign.
Look, the jokes are there. You have to make them.
I don't see it.
Mersel stops perceiving.
Are you going to bring that up every single game?
Yes, it was good.
This is going to pick her up from his shoulders and like set her down like on snow.
Okay.
Yeah. And like she's really, really light. Like absent noting, she has a strength of 6. She's very light. And like the moment like she like gets down on the ground, she makes like another snowball. And like and then she like sits and ponders
the snowball.
How do you make it bigger?
Oh, baby.
He asks her like, "Do you want to figure it out yourself or?"
I want. And like Tally, like I'm gonna roll intelligence to see if Tally can figure this out herself.
Oh, yes. Oh no, baby!
Absolutely not. Like she takes one look at the snowball and then she holds it out in front of her and just kind of drops it on the ground and then stares at it. And that's it. That's all she does.
You're kind of close actually, and he's going to take like the snowball that she dropped onto the ground and kind of start rolling and pushing.
Aww. Like the moment like Tally recognizes, oh, that's how you do it. She like immediately like runs up and like starts helping.
Yay!
You have to roll strength like the bigger ball cats.
No, I'm not gonna make you do that.
Come on, that would be funny.
Oh, fine, roll strength with your -2 and -1.
90.
Oh my god, Mersel nat 20'd. Alright.
He's strong when it counts! It's proven once again that Mersel is strong when it counts!
What's happening?
It keeps happening!
It's his weakest stat, and yet...
That, but for all the times like I've rolled it, like you've gotten that 20 like 3 different times.
Everyone wants
I heard
this
Mersel
Ghibli
is
and
ripped.
Toon to be
I heard
strong.
Mersel had a six-pack.
Mersel is shredded. Oh my god.
Oh man.
So you have both successfully made one snowman at least.
Yes.
It's probably like it's probably a little short because like Mersal let Tali have like the honors of like, you know, putting on the head and like making the face.
Yeah.
Yes. Tally like takes one look at this little snowman and she takes off her hat and puts it on top of it.
Aww. Yes.
Yes.
Seems to be missing though. Like this snowman looks really alone.
I was about to say, hey Tally, this snowman looks lonely.
Tally like looks up at Mersel and immediately insists that they need to make it a friend.
All right, go make it a friend.
Yes.
Roll again.
Sure. Yep. That's a 14.
Like it
That's
only
enough.
takes. It only takes like Tally with her 4.
Yeah.
Like she starts rolling like the first snowball, and like as soon as it like gets as big as where her knees go, she starts struggling.
And Mersel has
She's
to help
just a
her.
little toon. Just a little toon.
Wouldn't necessarily like take away making the snowball from her. He's more likely to like go behind her and kind of like help push her.
Yes.
Like help.
Yes.
And you end up making a 3 high snowman this time.
Yes, good.
Good.
And now I can post the title card that I forgot about this whole time.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
He just puts his hat on it.
Yes. You did it.
Tally is just the happiest little child you've ever seen.
Oh, good. Bless.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. And is there anything either of you two would probably do at this point?
Well, I assume like they're probably about to go their separate ways because it's getting like late.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Sally like tried to give
Like
back.
after everything calms down and like it's obvious that they have to go their separate ways. Tally just immediately like runs, like gives Mersel a little hug on his legs because that's how high she can reach.
He tries to hug her back, but like because she's hugging his legs, he can't down. So it's like, like just barely like hug her if he like bends over like a 90 degrees.
Yes.
Does she try to return the coat to him?
Well, I think like yeah, she does. Like she's already like kind of like shrugging it off, and like as she's doing so, she's just that was really really fun. I think that was the most fun I've had in a long time. Thank you very much. And like she's like holding up the coat for him to take again.
You're welcome. And he kind of shakes his head a bit and like pushes it back to her, like curls her fingers around the coat. Keep it.
What? And like Sally just lets out the most confused little what? And
Oh
It's really cold outside. It's really cold, and like as if to like emphasize his point, like when he's talking, like his breath is starting to like mist, if that makes sense.
no. Yeah.
It's really cold outside, and you don't seem to have a winter coat or anything, so keep it. I have a spare.
well, you probably don't even have to roll for it. Tally's crying.
Oh
Hold on.
Instantly gift, and now she's just.
Why does this keep doing? Like Mersel internally, why does this keep happening? He has made like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 different people cry just by giving them a gift.
And like, if you thought she was hugging him before, it's nothing compared to now. She's giving the full rubber hose hug all over his legs, all over them.
and this might be this might be, and he's debating whether or not to say this, but he finally like goes, and if you ever need a place to stay when it's too cold, or you just need a place to go, well, my apartment is close to the library. And he inserts an address here. I'm not even going to try to come up with a Toonkind address. You
actually make an insight check.
All right. Let's see how bad this is gonna go. 13.
Like hearing you mention like that your place could be a place that she can stay, her face kind of falls a little bit, but like it isn't obvious why. And she just kind of like kind of ponders to herself, and she says, I'll think
All right. You don't have to take on my offer, but it's there if you ever need it.
Okay. And then Tally just kind of nods and like she's still hugging him. So the hug tightens a little bit.
Oh, hey. Actually, I don't even know your name.
Oh, like Tally just like blinks because she's had the realization that they've had this whole cool little adventure and they never asked each other's names.
Oh my god.
She has formed a bond with this person without saying her name.
Oh my god. I can't believe this.
I can't believe this. It got like Marcel was so like caught up in the euphoria of reading a story with someone that he didn't even. You would have asked her name like if they had actually gotten to relax in the park like they had initially planned, but then there was like a snowball fight. So
Yeah.
Oh, my name is Tally. Tally Mark, and she just awkwardly stands there for a second before going like, "Oh, what's your name?"
Aww.
oh, I'm Marcel. It's nice to meet you, Tally.
It's very nice to meet you. Yeah.
Aw. Okay, and with that, I don't mean to cut it a little short, but I need to actually head out. But with that, I think we
You're
are
so
going
valid.
to call this FPS.
Yes.
Actually, can I suggest something?
Hmm.
Or like the Apilo?
Hmm.
Can you imagine like it cuts back to the library, it cuts back to the library, and it cuts back to to like the library floor with a lot of books like face down on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then it slowly pans forward to like a small space in the shelf where like a rubber hose soon is sleeping.
Aw.
But this time she's like she has covered herself with like a blanket with a dark blue and gold coat, a dark
Yes.
blue coat in various
Yes.
shades.
Yes. And
Yes.
now I have to actually leave. I'm very sorry. Goodbye.